the best. Yeah, yeah. Go take a look up in the mirror. You gotta see a little clearer. Who's that woman looking right?
Hey guys, hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to my channel for yet another episode. If you're new here, my name is Brielle and welcome to my channel. So today's topic, we're going to talk about purpose. So like I filmed a similar video sometime last year, like towards the end of last year, but then when I took down my videos, of course I took it down too. So like right now I feel like I have gained more insight on the topic, and I thought like, why not just talk about it again? So here we are. So like everyone in this world has a purpose. Like there's no way God brought you into this world for nothing. Like as long as God allowed you to touch this earth, like just know there's a reason why, like he wanted you to touch this earth, and it's up to us to discover what that purpose is. And sometimes it might be easy, sometimes it's not easy, like sometimes you also have to pray to God, like not sometimes, like all the time. Because in order for you to figure out what your purpose is, like God has to reveal it to you, and there is no way you can like you can be revealed to by God your purpose without talking to him. First of all, you have to establish that relationship, like always have a disciplined way of talking to God every single time, because once you make it a habit, trust me, you will be able to figure out, like when God talks to you, you'll be able to understand and know that yes, this is God talking to me. There is no way you can be able to understand someone without having a relationship with that person. And of course, like all of us have gifts. Like everyone has a gift, a type of gift, so you have to figure out like what's your gift, because I'm sure like if God has put something in your heart, then you just know like he has a purpose for that thing, because he can't put something in your heart for nothing. Like most of the time, like I know most of the time we usually think your purpose is supposed to relate to like what you love, what you enjoy doing, like as much as that is true, like sometimes your purpose can also be something that you don't want to do, like you don't like doing, but God has called you to do that. Let's use Moses as an example. When God approached Moses and told him like, I want to use you to go deliver my people from Egypt, Moses was scared because first of all he's a stammerer, and then he, like when he was young, he had committed like some crimes. He killed someone, one of the Egyptians, so he was afraid of going back. But God told him like, the king, the person you killed, and the king who was like reigning at that time has passed away, so there is no way these people are gonna look for you. You see, so God made a way for Moses to be able to fulfill his purpose. And while God was talking to Moses and telling him like, I've chosen you, Moses was like, if you read it, like he was like I don't want to to make the Lord mad, but he was like, choose someone else. Even Moses wasn't like sure of himself, because he was like, I don't think I can be able to do that, choose someone else. But God had already chosen Moses, and he had called Moses to do that, so there was no way Moses would have escaped what his purpose was. And that's why I'm saying, like, no matter how much you try to run away, like if God has called you to do something, even if you don't like it, trust me, you will do it. Like just pray for discernment, pray for guidance, pray for all of these things. Like in order for you to do, you have to pray, because that's the only way God will reveal to you. And also, according to my understanding, I know there are like small purposes and big purposes, so I believe like in every single day of our lives, there is always a purpose for you in every single day, no matter how small or how big. Like as long as you've woken up, you just know like you have a purpose to fulfill for that day. So a purpose doesn't have to be like something huge, like of course there is that one big purpose that God has created you for, but I believe like there are also other small purposes that you know, you can fulfill, that will lead to you walking in the right way towards like your bigger purpose, you know. So that's why every day you have to also learn how to be obedient to God, because you know, like listening to God's voice, because if God calls you, just answer, you know, like don't escape, because I feel like a majority of us will try to escape because we feel like, you know, maybe it's too hard, or it's too big, or it's too, you know, all those excuses that we always give ourselves in order to not do something, you know. And I feel like that's escaping from God's voice. You know, so like I'm here to tell you today, like your purpose doesn't necessarily mean that it's something you'll always automatically love doing. Like, no, sometimes your purpose can be something that you don't want to do at all completely. Like you don't like, you dread doing it, but God has called you to do it, you know. Because if God has said you're the one who will do this and he's chosen you, there is no way he'll put another person in your path. It is you who is supposed to walk in that path. So whether you like it or not, you have no choice. Like, and also just know, like in your process of discovering like your purpose, God is going to test you a lot. Like he's going to test your patience, he's going to test your character as a person, because you know now, like he has to also prepare you for the purpose that he has for you. So sometimes you might think like things are stagnant, things are not moving, but in that period God is trying to prepare you for what he has for you, you know. So like let's try to, I'm also working on it, because I'm also not perfect in doing that. Like every single day I usually pray to God to give me patience, you know, to give me peace inside me, because sometimes you can get really impatient, and because the going gets tough, you know, obviously. Like sometimes it can be smooth, sometimes it gets tough. So in the tough moments, like you really need to pray for, you know, the patience and all, because good things take time, you know, great things take time, and there is no way God can give you something when you're not ready for it, you know. He has to prepare you and ensure that you're ready for that blessing that he's preparing for you before he actually gives it to you. And majority of the time you'll find that maybe he's working on your character in this period, or he's working on something. Like if you take a step back and just look at your situation, then you'll know like you're being prepared, you know. It's not punishment, because I feel like most of us take it as punishment, like because you're like, no one likes to wait, you know. People like things going like, you know, immediately. But you know, things don't happen like that, especially in the spiritual world. Things don't happen like that. Like there is a sequence to everything, there is a purpose for everything. Like even before you even get to your purpose, that's why I said there are smaller purposes in the process that build up to the bigger purpose, you know. And there is also nothing like being late, or like, you know, when it comes to God, like he's never late, he's always on time. And trust me, when your time comes, God will definitely put like destiny helpers. My mom usually calls them destiny helpers, like people who will help you to reach your destiny or your purpose, you know. So like when your time comes, trust me, God will make a way. Even where there seems to be no way, he will make a way. And he might put people in your path to help you reach there, or people who will put your name in rooms that, you know, you never thought like you would step in, you know. So like never give up hope, just keep praying. I'm also learning the same. Like just keep praying and keep your light up, keep your light of hope up, because timing, it's just about timing. Like it doesn't mean that God has forgotten about you or something. Like no, there is nothing like that. It's just about timing. Yeah. So, and also something huge that I've forgotten to mention, like in your journey of discovering your purpose, make sure that you're being yourself, like your authentic self, and not trying to be someone else. Because you know, you can't achieve like your purpose and you're being someone else. You know, you have to be yourself, work on yourself. Like, as much as something may take like a longer period of time to get to you, it doesn't mean like it's not gonna get to you, you know. It's just different timings. Like, everyone has their own life to live, and God has a plan for every person's life, you know. And there is no way like we can achieve or get things like at the same time. So it's just your journey. Like, focus on your journey. And as much as, like, you know, you might be seeing someone else's journey and think maybe they're progressing faster than you, like, just know, as in, your time will come, you know. Like, there's a reason why that person has received that thing, like, because in their journey, God knows their journey and God knows your journey. And maybe in their journey they were ready for that, and in your journey you're not yet ready for that, you know. So let's also learn to, like, respect timing and learn to accept that everything is not gonna look the same for everyone. You see, even these 5 fingers, like, when you look at these 5 fingers, like, they're not the same, yet they're on the same hand, you know. So it's just the same thing. Even my hair, like, my locks, not every lock is like the same level. Like, some are shorter than others, but you have to learn to love, like, your hair like that, you know. So I think that's the message I had for today. And I hope, like, I'm speaking to someone out there. Like, don't be impatient in your journey. Let's learn, because I'm also learning. Let's learn to be patient in our journey, and let's learn to discover things in God's pace, you know. And also, let's keep praying for discernment. Let's keep praying for guidance. Let's keep praying for, you know, like, peace in our hearts, because sometimes it can be too much, you know. Yeah, so, like, thank you if you've watched me until this point. Like, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, you know, like, share with people, you know. So yeah, love you guys, take care. I'll see you guys next week.